All right, welcome back. Sorry, little technical difficulties there. Madison Henry is stepping in for North Georgia. She's pinch hitting for Mariah Wicker, takes a called strike. Kaylin Anthony sent the ball for a ride, but it was caught by the center fielder Hartman. So there are 2 outs. Still a runner on first base. Here in the bottom of the 5th, North Georgia up 8-1. If they do score a run, then they will win the ball game. Fouled back to the screen. 0-2 now on Henry. Henry had a big game earlier today. She came in as a pinch hitter, went 1 for 2 with a 2 RBI, or with a 2-run home run. This ball popped up into right field. Melvin tracking it, and she will haul it in, and that will end the inning. So nothing doing for North Georgia in the 5th. We head to the 6th. Nighthawks lead 8-1.
It takes more than intelligence and talent to succeed in life. It takes grit and a commitment to excellence.
It takes the willingness to serve others and a cause greater than yourself.
It requires you to push boundaries.
Ask difficult questions.
And understand the world around you.
It requires you to know your strengths
and weaknesses, and have the desire to make yourself better than you were yesterday.
It requires you to be independent, efficient, and tolerant.
Ultimately, it requires you to be a leader. At the University of North Georgia, we develop leaders.
Leaders who serve our country abroad to tackle the challenges of the world.
And leaders who serve at home to improve our way of life.
Leaders who never quit.
Leaders who lead by example and not exception.
Leaders who are tough, but fair.
Leaders who are relentless and passionate.
Leaders who solve problems and don't make excuses.
Leaders who do the right thing, even when no one's looking.
There's nothing average about the University of North Georgia and its Corps of Cadets.
If you've got what it takes, then bring it.
Top of the 6th inning, 8-1. North Georgia on top. They got all 8 of their runs in the first 2 innings. 6 in the first and 2 in the second. They've been held scoreless since then. A couple of chances, but haven't been able to capitalize on them. Westchester hasn't been able to do much, thanks to the good pitching from Kylie Smith and now Abby Crawford. Crawford came in for Smith in the 5th. She did not allow a run, got a strikeout. And now we'll see what she's able to do in her second inning of work. There is some defensive changes as well. Mallory Parker remains in the game and is playing left field. Mariah Wicker has moved to right field. First pitch to Emily Masteth. Low for ball 1. Too far inside. 2-0. Masteth is 1 for 2. She singled in the 4th, struck out in the 1st. That's hit right back up the middle for a base hit. Picked up by Anthony, the center fielder. Runner quickly on for Westchester. And that'll bring up Aguilar. So Grace Aguilar coming in. Also going to get a pinch runner. Coming in to a pinch run for Emily Masteth is Kaylee Rittenbong. First pitch misses up to Aguilar. 1 ball, no strikes. Again, a little high. 2-0 hitters count for Aguilar. Aguilar came in the game as a defensive replacement a couple of innings ago for Jamie Clemis. She's played in 2 games so far with 2 starts, has not gotten a hit yet. Ground ball, base hit, right past a diving Mosteller into left field. Back-to-back singles for Westchester, and they have runners on first and second with nobody out here in the top of the 6th. So the Golden Rams threatening. See if the North Georgia defense can hold them down. Stepping up is Courtney Stump. Outside, ball 1. Stump is 0 for 1. She did draw a walk in the 4th. Fouled straight back, 1-1. Stump, senior from Kutztown, Pennsylvania. Takes ball 2, 2-1. Batting .250 on the year. Ground ball to third, could be 2. Taken to the bag is Womack on to first in time for the double play. Great play by the third baseman, Womack. She took the ball, stepped on the bag, threw a bullet to first base. And that retires Stump. Be a 5-3 double play. 2 outs, runner on second base. As moving there is Aguilar. And that brings up Trisha Kopanets. First pitch low, ball 1. So just like that, Crawford needs just 1 more out to get out of the 6th. Gets a called strike, and it's 1-1. Kopanets still looking for her first hit in 7 at-bats. She has not reached base. Just outside, 2-1. Just misses inside. Close pitch. Doesn't get the call, and it's 3-1. 8-1 North Georgia on top. Westchester was threatening, but after that double play, down to their last out in the 6th. Still have a runner on second. Ground ball to short. Up with it is Mosteller. Throws to first in time, and just like that, the inning is over. So a tough start to the inning for North Georgia. They recover thanks to some good defense. And it's still 8-1 as we head to the bottom of the 6th inning.
Shop, play, and stay in Dahlonega, the heart of the North Georgia mountains.
Across divisions, sports, championships, and schools for nearly 500,000 student athletes. College sports create lifelong opportunity, and that starts with education. We've raised the academic bar, so more are earning degrees, creating healthier campuses by working with the nation's brightest minds, and making sure more have the chance to succeed and are supported on their journey. But beyond the numbers, it's about opportunity, and we're working to provide it for every student athlete.
Bottom of the 6th inning, North Georgia still needs just 1 run to claim victory in this. They're up 8-1 over Westchester. Due up's the heart of the order. We got 3, 4, and 5. Shelby Hammondtree coming up first. She's reached base twice. She has a sac bunt, reached on an error, scored a run, also drew a walk. Still on the mound, Rachel Butler. Misses inside, ball 1. Butler, very good game for her. Came in after the 6-run first inning and has only allowed 2 runs for the rest of the game. 3 straight scoreless frames, including the 4th when she walked the bases loaded and was able to get out of it. Outside ball 2, 2-0. Hammondtree coming into today, 370 average through the first 11 games. 10 hits, a run, 8 RBI. Misses low. 3-0. Good start for Hammondtree. Way out ahead. If she can reach, North Georgia would have the winning run on first. Takes ball 4. 4-pitch walk for Hammondtree. She sits at first base, representing the winning run, and she will be pinch run for. Coming in to pinch run is Lexi Duncan. Kaylee Womack coming up next. Womack's been crushing the ball. She has 2 hits today, 2 singles, an RBI, 2 runs scored. She then was replaced by Jamie Henderson, who had an at-bat and drew a walk. But now she's back in, trying to make something happen for North Georgia. They lead 8-1, 1 more run, and they'll win via run rule. She turns around, shows bunt, stabs at it, can't make contact, and that's strike number 1. Womack really on fire as of late, coming into today through 5 games, batting .500. 6 hits, 2 runs, 3 RBI. Pulls back the bunt. It's going to be 2-0. It looks like they're going to say she didn't go after the ball in the first one. So they're going to say she pulled the bat back, so it's going to be 2-0 the count. So hitter's count for Kaylee Womack. Shows bunt again. Bunts it right back to the pitcher. Picking it up is Butler, throws to first for the out. So sacrifice bunt laid down nicely by Womack. Does the job. Moves the winning run to second base. So Duncan sits at second base. There's 1 out, and the next batter is Jenna Goodrich. Goodrich today, 1 for 2, a 2 RBI doubles. He's also walked and scored a run. Base hit could win the game for North Georgia. Fouls this up into the North Georgia dugout. 0-1. On deck is Olivia Sinkfield. This ball hit into right field. Going back is Melvin. She makes the catch on the run. Tagging. Heading to third is Duncan. Now the winning run is at third base. There are 2 outs, though, so it will have to be base hit, but a wild pitch as well could spell victory for North Georgia. Next batter, Olivia Sinkfield. She is 0 for 1. She has walked twice. She then was a part of a weird play where she was called out on a ball she hit in the second. She has also scored a run and has an RBI. Ground ball to third. Picking it up is Stump. Throws to first. is not in time. Coming in to score is Duncan, and the ball game is over. Sinkfield beats out the infield single. That leads to Lexi Duncan coming in to score. That is the 9th run for North Georgia. That puts them up 8, and the ball game is over. So big play there as Sinkfield comes out on top, able to hustle down to first base to get that run in. Good game so far for North Georgia. Again, the final score 9-1. They come out on top of this one. Winning pitcher is Smith yet again. Losing pitcher is Gerhardt. So North Georgia wins the first game by a score of 10-1. They win the second game by a score of 9-1. Go over a little bit of the numbers here in this one. There's a handful of them to go over. For North Georgia, Smith. She went 4 innings. She allowed just 1 run. It was earned, her first earned run of the year. 3 hits, 1 walk, 6 strikeouts. Great day for her. Crawford came in. She pitched 2 scoreless innings with a strikeout. Only allowed 3 hits. At the plate for North Georgia, Anthony went 1 for 4, scored a run. Some other good performances. A multi-hit game for Womack, 2 for 2 with a run scored and an RBI. We had hits also for Goodrich with a run and 2 RBI. Sinkfield had a hit with a run scored and an RBI. Also drew a couple of walks. 2 hits for Simmons with 2 RBI. So altogether, very successful day for North Georgia. Coming up next for the Nighthawks, they're going to be on the road for a while. It'll be Thursday at Barry University in Miami Shores, Florida for a doubleheader on Thursday. And then over the weekend, they have 2 games on Friday in Fort Lauderdale versus Nova Southeastern. And then they have 2 games on Sunday in West Palm Beach against Palm Beach Atlantic University. So those are what's coming up for them. Next home game will be February 26th right here in Dahlonega from Haynes and Carolyn Stadium at Cottrell Park. So make sure and come on out Wednesday at noon, February 26th, for the makeup doubleheader with Lee University. Well, that'll do it for this broadcast. I want to thank you so much for listening. North Georgia wins the first game 10-1. They win the second game 9-1. This has been Mark Cochran, your voice of Nighthawks softball. Again, thank you for listening, and have a wonderful rest of your evening.